So my question is about this feeling of mild dread, I would call it, whenever a retreat is ending and everything feels really sure and clear during meditation and during the teachings, and all the social interactions are so easy and open and loving, and then going out into the real world, and it's only a matter of time before I feel like I get caught on that hook of habitual reactions and reactivity, and that moment where I feel intense separation, whether I'm dealing with someone who's maybe a bit difficult at work, or I'm on a crowded bus and I can only think of myself, and I lose that natural sense of connectedness and compassion. And it just seems to be a pattern that happens over and over. And I know, spiritual development, whatever that means, is not a linear kind of track, but it feels, to my mind, repetitive. Like the question that I ask myself when we're about to leave is, when's gonna be that first time where you feel like you got caught in like the fire of life again? And I was wondering if you have any top tips or quick ways to remember yourself, knowing that when I used to ask other teachers about manuals to life, I got a little bit reprimanded. There's no manual. Yeah, that's my question.
Well, the manual, my recommendation is really what I'm recommending here all the time. It's what we do in our meditations. It's just in between all the other activities that are required of you in your life, your activities, your work, your relationships, and so on. Just in all the numerous pauses in between them, just come back to your being. And to begin with, you'll feel that you visit your being fleetingly in between all the other activities. But more and more you go there, the more and more you find yourself staying there. And then even to begin with, you visit your being in between all your activities, and then you go back out to activities. So there's this back and forth. But in time you feel that your being remains present during the activities. You don't just have access to it in between the activities. So, and then you begin to feel that you don't just visit your being from time to time. You live there, and its innate peace begins to filter into the foreground of your life. There may still be difficult circumstances, and you may still lead a busy life, but the peace of the background infiltrates the foreground of your life more and more. There may be still a few situations, relationships that have the ability to eclipse your being, but there'll be fewer and fewer of them, and they'll last for less and less time. So that's one thing. That's to do with your relationship with yourself. Always going back to yourself, staying in contact, remaining in being as being. But then also, in terms of your outer life, I recommend aligning not just your inner life, not just the way you think and feel with this understanding, but also your outer life, the work you do, the place you live, the people you hang out with. Just make your life an exploration and a celebration of this understanding, and just slowly make whatever changes you need to make in your outer life, activities, location, relationships, to align the outer aspects of your life with this understanding, not just your own inner life. Now there are some changes that we can make very quickly in our life. You can go home and just within 24 hours you can make a certain change. And there are other circumstances in one's life, very often to do with where you live, the relationship, the work you do, that may take more time. You can't just go home and update your relationship or change your job or realign your job, your work more. It takes time. Relationships take time to realign themselves with this understanding. Likewise, your work, whatever work you do, it may have the capacity to be infused with this understanding, in which case you keep doing the same work, but you infuse it with this understanding. But you may also be doing work that doesn't have the capacity to be infused with this understanding, in which case you might need a change. Same with a relationship, an intimate relationship. Your intimate relationship, if you have one, may have the capacity to grow in a way that is in line with this understanding. But in which case that's beautiful, that the relationship will deepen and grow. But it may not, and then you're at a crossroads. You have a decision to make, and then that obviously takes time. So I don't mean going home and radically changing everything, but just gradually or suddenly doing whatever you need to do, so that more and more and more you feel your entire life is either an exploration of this understanding or a celebration of it. That would be the ideal. And if there's any aspect of your life that is not either an investigation, an exploration, or celebration of this understanding, then try to align it.
That makes sense. Thank you.